Hey, greetings everyone from our home to yours. I hope that this finds you safe and well. Welcome to another episode of us trying to figure out the lessons that Jesus taught, the stories that he told, and the things that Jesus said. Today our passages come from Matthew chapter 12, verse 8. And I'll read that to you. It says, "For the Son of Man is the Lord of the Sabbath." The context of this passage is the same as the last 2 weeks, and it's Jesus and his disciples had walked through a field on a Sabbath while they were traveling. They were very hungry, so they grabbed some of the grain and ate it. The religious leaders at the time chastised Jesus for letting his disciples work on the Sabbath by picking the grain to eat. So Jesus gives them an example that they should have understood of David when he broke the law because he was hungry and ate the ceremonial bread out of the temple, and that the law that they taught gave wiggle room for when they had to work, like perform sacrifices on the Sabbath. And because they didn't understand, Jesus gives three powerful statements. The first was, he said, "I tell you that something greater than the temple is here." The second, referring to Hosea 6:6, says, "If you had known what this means, that I desire mercy and not sacrifice, you would not have condemned the innocent." And the third is, "The Son of Man is the Lord of the Sabbath." When I imagine Jesus saying this to the crowd and his disciples and those religious leaders of the day, imagine him saying it, looking around, and then walking away. Kind of like a mic drop and walking off the stage today. Remember, this answer was in reference to the challenge that the religious leaders made against him and his disciples for picking the grain and working on the Sabbath. And Jesus' reply to the challenge, using our words or our vernacular of the day, would be something like this. "Look, guys, you just don't understand what God is asking from you, because if you did, you would realize how wrong you got it. Your hero David broke the rules, did the same thing I'm doing, and you still love your hero David. You guys actually made rules to let you do this type of thing and made more rules so that you could make more rules so that you would get out of being in trouble on things like this. And that temple you worship in, yeah, it's pretty cool, but you're missing the point." Jesus is saying that he is the point. He is saying that he is greater than David. He is greater than the temple, he is greater than the priests, and he's greater than the law. And what God was trying to teach them and us is that mercy is better than sacrifice. But we got it all messed up. And then I think, just to end this argument of, hey, you guys missed the point, you guys did all this, you let David do it, you guys do it, but when I do it, you're yelling at me. And I think to make his point and to end the argument, he says, I am the one that this is all about. And I, meaning Jesus, am the one who made all the rules. This whole Sabbath thing that you're saying that I broke the law on, don't you guys get it? I am the Sabbath, Jesus is saying. So plop, mic drop, walk off the stage. He's saying all of that. You're telling me that I am breaking the rules of the Sabbath, but I am the Sabbath. Mic drop. You see, our religion, no matter how we do it, whatever tribe you're part of, whatever denomination, whatever church you go to, how you worship, your acts of worship, including the Sabbath, whether you honor it fully or not, are done to point us to the Creator. They are done to point us to our Savior, and it is those acts of religious ceremony and worship that connect us to God with greater impact. And what Jesus is telling them is that they missed the point. We have elevated the acts of worship over the one that we worship. And that's a human problem that we're going to continue to struggle with as long as we are here on earth and in this physical human form. But we have to constantly remind ourselves, the church is not better than Jesus. The rules are not better than Jesus. He is better than all and all of that. And that's why we can follow him and have the confidence to follow him and live our lives the way that he did. So may you go this week having the confidence that Jesus is who he says he is. He does what he says he does. And he's going to come back for us. And we're going to spend eternity with him. Grace and peace to you. God bless you.